Right, today I'm going to make some more split posts here. This tree is a wind-blown one, and it's come down, and we've had 8 posts out here, and I'm going to split this into 4, get another 4 posts or piles, if you like, out of here by splitting it with the maul and the wedges. So what I'm going to do is clean that up, put a cross on there, measure roughly through here, put a little mark there, and then we take it from there. I'm going to cut this off first because when you're splitting, anything like that will tend to turn the split. It's a little bit of a tricky job, and you've got branches on the way, knots. So I'll do that first, and we take it from there. Now that is just to start it off, and we'll split it with wedges after that. You could sew it all the way, but they're better if they're split. They last a lot longer. Bit of a tricky job, and it doesn't always go according to plan. So we'll see what happens. We'll take 2 there. Put another one there. Right. in below the knot, which is a shame. He's split in below the knot, which is a shame. We're going to lose one of them. Isn't very often that happens, but it has. So now then, when we got that far, I'll put one in the top now, and we take the two top ones off first. Unfortunately, we're going to lose one because it's gone below the knot here. I was hoping it would go through the knot, but never mind. It'll be all right. Just start now the second split. Right, how far we got to go? We got a fair way to go. He's coming through because he's hidden below the knot. Right. That's it. Now we split up to about here. We're getting on for halfway, which is quite good. So I'm going to cut around here now, around here, about the thickness of the bar, which then allows, so we don't carry on splitting, that will then close that gap, and then it will break off there. So I just want to put it in about the thickness of the bar all the way around. Get quiet up here today. Right, see if we can get some of them out of it. Don't put your fingers in there. If it snips, snap shut, it'll hurt you. Right, I want one more. Splitting okay. split out. So all we're left with is this one up here. So we just saw that off now, and we'll have 4 split posts. So that's it. Finished this little exercise for the time being. Cut two lengths off of the tree, and got 4 out of each. That's 8. There's three more lengths left in the tree, and so then 3 4s is 12. 8 and 12 is 20. So that's what we're going to get out of there. And this is a bit of the view of the vegetation around here in this part of the wood. So I'll just stick you onto the stand now, if you don't mind, because I'll get in front of the camera myself. I hope I do get it right, because I've got a habit of getting it all wrong. And but that's the stump so far. There's 3 pieces to go up there. So if you go 3 more up there, and we cut 2 lots. That's 8 we've got, and 12, I say 20. So we've got 20 posts. So that will do. And I mean 20 posts, 2.5 meters between the posts. That's 25, 50 meters, is it? Something like that. So it's quite a length, and that will do for what's required here. And here at the bottom we'll cut, we'll put them up, and I'll bring the horse up, you know, the horse, and put them on in the horse, and I'll cut points on the bottom for driving into the ground, even though you're going to dig them in about that deep, and then you can bar them in after that. You can bar them in, and then put them in and thump them in, because even though you dig them in, you want a point on them, because if you've got a flat bottom, then a post will waddle. It'll sort of rock on the bottom of the ground. But if you punch them in with a bar on them all, put them in, then that really does tighten them. Those posts are 1.7 in length, and that will do you a fence about that high, put barbed wire on top of it. If you want to go in like a 6-foot chainmail fence or whatever, you know, then you would want something like about 2.4 meters long. It's quite a long post, and that's what you would need. So so that's it. What's required now? I want to take the bark off, and then leave them to dry, preferably for about a year, because they will harden up if they're air dried and seasoned. Then that will be so, and that's the case. So that's it. That's as far as we go, and I hope you've enjoyed that. It's a bit of I like doing that, because the last one I done on this one, I made a mistake, because I knew it was on the camera and I was trying to do everything. And I didn't put a wedge in the bottom V. And when it all came to pieces, it came out as one, but I just tapped it with the maul and a wedge, and it come up all right. So that was it's quite satisfying if you can get them all. So that what happens is you start the process with the 4 wedges, or I put 2 in at the start and get them in parallel and horizontally, and then I put 1 on the top and get the 3, and then at the end I put 1 in the bottom to just split it and put that one in. That was the mistake. And then when you've done them about halfway through and they're running, what I call it, if they're splitting, they're running, then I go and then I cut around the tree about the depth of the bar, if not a little bit more. Don't cut too much or it'll drop off. At the right length, and then come back and continue tapping with the maul, and all of a sudden they go poof, and it's quite satisfying, because they all fall on the ground and the job's done. you know, what happens is that it takes up that strain. If you don't cut it, and you leave it too long, well, because you've got the wedges in, when you go to cut it, the bar might get trapped by the tree itself, because as it goes in, the tree will sort of trap the bar. So that's the main thing. You cut the round about halfway through the splitting process. Continue with the splitting process, and all of a sudden, they all fall on the ground, and that's it. Stack them up, turn them upside down so you've got the top, get the horse, cut the point on the bottom, take the bark off preferably, and then leave them to dry for a year, and then you will have posts that last for many years. The beauty of splitting is that you do it here. There's no need to. It's very hard work to take a whole log down to the mill and mill it and then bring it back. You've done the splitting here. It's no effect. It's where you want to be. And also a split post will last a lot longer than a sawn post, because with a sawn post you're cutting through the grain, whereas this is going with the grain, and that helps to protect the post. You work that out for yourself, all right? And that's it. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I don't know whether I'll be making any more now for a while. I may make some on a different subjects, you know, and see what happens. Okay, it's nice to have done it, and I hope that's been quite informative for you and you've enjoyed it. Okay, bye-bye. Take care now.